It's all way more complicated than we thought, because nothing in here is really straight and even. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Other people buy drugs in these kind of bags. I buy screws, special M6 screws, nuts and washers. It's of course all for the outboard gear. There's some missing. You see here, the sound card is just connected with 2, and the switch made also just with 2, and then there's some that don't have any screws in there, and 3 are just on the floor because I don't have any screws to put them in there. So let's fix that really quick. Okay, mission aborted. Those are the wrong screws. I hate it when days just start with fails. It's a simple fail, but still annoying. Have to send it back, order new ones, and yeah. Time for cooking with Leonard. Yes. Special German potatoes. Yeah. Back to taking care of a little bit of business stuff. There was, like, for example, one cover of one of the Accents releases that needs a little change. There was a mistake in it. And then just emails. All done with work. Now it's about time to take care of the huge speakers that I love so much. They are not positioned correctly. We got those new stands, these ones right there for both of them, and since we got the stands, they're not positioned correctly 100%. They need to be moved. As you might know, you always put your speakers in a triangle. We got that right here, kind of. Of course, a triangle between one speaker, the other speaker, and the sweet spot where you're sitting and making your music. That spot right there, the most important. That's where it has to sound good. All sides should be equally long. Sometimes, in some cases, it might sound better to spread the speakers apart a little more by maybe 10 to 15%. This way you will still get a good, nice sound and have a little bit a wider stereo image. But this really depends on the room acoustic, the treatment that you've done, how far, how big the speakers, what the speakers are made of. Like, there is so many variables that you can only do one thing, and that is actually trying it out, sitting there and listening. And since they're way too big for me alone to handle it, and I need to sit in that sweet spot and actually being able to listen to, let's get a little bit of help. Okay, I got help, Ben and Leonard. 3 people should be able to move those speakers. I would just sit here and listen if it's all right. Okay. It's all way more complicated than we thought, because nothing in here is really straight and even. Like, the distance between this speaker and that wall is kind of way smaller than this distance. Same for the back. So now we're trying to go up here, use the ceiling to find the middle point, put underneath of the middle point the desk to have the sweet spot, and then go from there. Somehow it will work, I hope. Leonard with the leather, that's a good sign.
Calling all day, I hit ignore. Voicemail says what you're running for. Trying to bring it my way.
Yeah, this looks a lot better. I just couldn't take it anymore looking at the speakers, and one was off by like 10 centimeters to the back and like twisted a lot. It's now almost perfect. I now need to measure it here at the sweet spot. As you know, the only way to know if it's really right is to measure it. We'll do that on another day with the measurement microphone and get everything as good as possible, because the sound really is important to make music. If you can hear what you do, you can actually do something. And I have to say, it just feels a lot better to be in a room where everything is centered and aligned. I don't know, it just throws me off if there's something not perfect. So next up, taking care of these cables and the ones behind the rack. And please never ever underestimate the alignment of your speakers. Putting them on stands will improve your sound by a lot. Putting them into a triangle will help you a lot. Getting them a little bit off the back wall will help a lot. especially if you have too much bass. Having your speakers on your desk is probably the worst you can do. They're then way too much like up close to you and don't have the right height, and on top of that the table will start resonating, emphasizing the bass frequencies and just make everything sound muddy. So if you want to have the most bang for your buck for the speaker that you bought, make sure they're positioned correctly. I'm a little bit in a hurry, but I still have a little bit of time to show you actually this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunset. Just absolutely love it. That's enough beauty. Now hurrying up. I got an appointment with Vanessa and I promise to not be late because it's important. Are you excited?
Yay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, but let's go. We are late.
Yeah. So yeah, we're checking for new apartments. This one right here is actually fine, but Vanessa wants a change. I don't really mind, but there's no rush. We're just checking the market, and the market is really, really, really bad at the moment. The one apartment we just checked out, it's almost twice the price for just 1/4 more space. I mean, yes, it's all nice and new, but that's really not worth it. So we'll continue trying to search for something. As you might remember, like 1.5 years ago, we actually checked houses because my plan was getting a big house for us to live in and maybe somewhere within that house have like 1 or 2 rooms as a studio. But then all of that was also way too expensive, and I found this really, really nice place that I now have in the harbor area, which is really like cool, inspirational. And the rent is, compared to everything else here in the city, really, really fair. So now we're back to trying to find an apartment, but yeah, it's crazy. The market in Germany and in particular here in Düsseldorf is like one of the most expensive in Europe. It's disgusting, just doesn't make any fun. But again, we don't have a rush. We can stay here as long as we want. The price is fair, the space is actually enough, so we'll see. I told Vanessa she can do whatever she wants. She can check and I will go there with her and also check. And if we find something that is really better and reasonably priced, we might take it. But to be honest, I don't really want to move because like moving with the studio and constructing an entire studio was enough work. I think like at least 1 year of a break of moving and constructing would be really good for me. But anyways, that's it for today. I will continue checking the remix contest entries and we will see us tomorrow back again here for another vlog.